Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, post-fight, David Benavidez versus David Lemieux, right? Super middleweight, WBC interim or whatever they call it. It's not the real championship, but David Benavidez got about 3 WBC belts on, and ain't not the real one, right? But anyway, he fights David Lemieux. I'll be honest with y'all, I wasn't really interested in the fight because I just didn't think David Lemieux had what it takes to really, except for power, right, to give David Benavidez any problems other than watching out for a left hook or something with power. Because if you watch David Lemieux highlights or something, you see, man, when he clips you real well. But I thought it was too slow for David Benavidez, so I wasn't really interested. But, the fight did happen, and as I expected, I didn't expect it to happen this quickly, though. David Benavidez gets rid of my man David Lemieux within round 3. Had him down on a couple of occasions, first round, second round, things like that, and dominated the fight totally. What does that do? Because we're in the super middleweight division, where Canelo Alvarez is going to go back down to his division where Canelo Alvarez is, and I will have to put the quotes up, undisputed, right? Anyway, with a fight like that, because we all know that Canelo Alvarez got that WBC championship, it was just given to him instead of Jose Sulaiman, the WBC president, ordering him to fight David Benavidez. Right, so I think that Canelo is not undisputed because David Benavidez is the lineal champ in that division. He never lost his title in the ring. So I think that Jose Sulaiman, WBC Perez, needs to order the fight, right? Order the fight between Canelo and David Benavidez. But after performances like that, that's why I didn't really like the fight, we will see a lot of shenanigans. The WBC would never order Canelo to do anything. We know that he always enables Canelo to do things. So after a performance like that, Dave Benavidez is going to have more problems getting Canelo. And we're looking at the WBA, who's over there? David Morrell. WBO trying their best because they actually should have ordered Demetrius Andrade, who's coming up and long reigning WBO champion in the 154-pound division, 160-pound division over years, and moving up to the WBO in the 168-pound division. And they're trying to tell him to fight Zach Parker. He's injured on his shoulder right now, just like me. I'm a little injured over here too. But right now, actually, it should be Demetrius Andrade as the mandatory for Canelo and the WBO. But okay, it's going to be the Demetrius Andrade, Zach Parker winner. So where does Canelo go in the 168-pound division? It's going to be really funny to watch who he picks, right? Because he's not going to pick Dimitri Bivol in the 175, right? Because he's going to lose that. And he's not going to pick Dimitri Bivol at 168 because that would be embarrassing to lose at 168. So basically, like I said in another video about 4 or 5 videos ago, Canelo probably going to retire, you guys, and just go ahead and chill for a minute, and then let these other guys just fight each other, and then maybe come in and just after you retired for a while and you come back 8, 9 months later, then you can always say, hey, let me get the rust off by fighting somebody easy. If he fights in September, everybody's not really going to accept anyone easy, and easy right now is Golovkin. Right? The media is trying to tell us that we want to see Golovkin, but nobody does. Right? We like to see Canelo versus some of those guys in the 168-pound division, and he's not going back to 160, and he's not going to fight Jamal Charlo. He wasn't going to fight Jamel Charlo. He ain't going to fight Demetrius Andrade. He ain't going to fight David Benavidez. He ain't going to fight David Morrell. Now he's not going to fight Bivol. He's not going to fight the Beterbiev versus Joe Smith winner. So, I'm expecting a call soon, quiet as it's kept. Anyway, so that's enough. Dave Benavidez looks sensational, but that's what he normally does. But that's why he's a problem for whoever wants to fight him. The only one that's going to really would fight David Benavidez would be an Andrade or David Morrell. But those fights I don't want to see yet until they're all categorically and all pound for pound and everyone understands that they're all better than Canelo. If not, I don't want to see them fighting each other yet, until somebody gets a shot at Canelo first, so we can stop having Canelo higher. So, people got the nerve to still have Canelo on pound for pound, the #1 pound for pound. I mean, really, there's nothing to justify that. Seen the same thing going with the Lomachenko arguments at ESPN, no, I think Ring magazine, trying to put Lomachenko and not others like Jamel Charlo, who just undisputed at 154, talking about that Lomachenko, because they don't have no more arguments. You know what they said? Lomachenko passed the eye test. Yeah, I'm sure he does. He probably passed the eye test before he even started fighting. But that's a whole different thing. Matter of fact, Floyd Mayweather had a exhibition. And you know what? 44 years old, looking that sensational against an undefeated fighter. I don't know who the guy was. I think his name is Don Moore or whatever. I'm not into exhibitions, to be honest. But, you know, I looked into it and saw Floyd just handle his business, having a good time out there. But what was very, very, very good to see were the commentators, giving Floyd his flowers for his career, talking about how good his defense and how good he is as a fighter and this and that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people can't watch stuff like that. They can't watch, a whole, a thing, a show where people are giving Floyd Mayweather props during the whole show. I was enjoying that to hear it because it's the truth. But I'm pretty sure people couldn't even, probably were throwing up the world over. The kind of people we're talking about. But anyway, man, I got things to do. Listen, Dave Benavidez looks sensational in beating Dave Lemieux, which means Canelo got more problems. Let's see what happens, y'all. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.